penimfo no ya na de be mbo China fo din se China fo China ni ti China no nim sasase wo ha ya ni ane de sasase ma wo mo
penimfo no me Galamsey do na nfi krom ha
ko school zo a yempon ma ba fi na ulinti ko boma ba ya ma memu ani mutia me ya anza ona timi ya by pompon kitinkitivity meso
ama entontom aye krom ama obu so bi yale a na company malaria
I site and so that how ya dan fu bia na no an alaji no so to bi ngo
Satan wa wo fun awon to ni na penyin bi eni o jo ba e na alaji ni ho e na wo bi sa na se ne se wa to nsu wo ni se wa to nsu
The Hiroshima bomb in Japan is a less evil than the Galamsey that is happening in Ghana now, if we are going to look at the effect of it in the next 5 to 10 years' time.
Let me use this dialect. You say akra ho sika ntema ahomasoba omumu. Yes.
My name is Ransford Osesibe, a teacher of the Asempanaye DAJHS. I am currently the assistant headmaster in charge of academics, and I've worked here for the past 6 years. I saw the community when Galamsey was non-existent, and I've seen it even as Galamsey activities are being carried out. It has a direct toll on our learners. By learners, I mean the children who come to school.
Rebecca Nelson, you Galamsey na ba hanam no kwetu be bia yanka se enti menka wasem na aka hu so aka be bebre na edi enya yie wo yenkola no de suamu nya sade chi a okọ site ye twi bia na ye se ne kra ka bi wo ho ne kra Galamsey ba no adi enya
chezi kroma kasa no gala no wa ha men kwada no kwada bia ne ho he galam na me nana no wa na me ba no wa na busa me ma on fi school ma se ko gala me mpini da sanse so wa ko fi school ba no ko gala na ni eni adesua no so tem bia gala no na odwene ho se won de disika ba.
Yes, Galamsey, I say it's a national problem. I can relate so much because it has direct impacts on my district and the education in the district.
Exactly with the attendance of learners to school, it's an issue because it is an activity that gives learners or the people money, and so instead of them going to school, they will want to start earning money.
Because when we come out, we did see more. Kia ponte vi na mwena wo me ka to nu yam sendo obetimi ba school no wo yiska chen ni yakona no hopo wo na wa ntia du wa ha wani si ya wo no ba do je no e ya ha won kasa de mai.
Since the introduction of Galamsey in this community, it's been a headache for us in aspects of the learners. Everything about them has really changed. Their attendance, their performance, their dressing, everything.
It started here about 7-8 years ago from Edukrum, a community near Farmine. And during that time, attendance of school children to school became a very big problem because the children found that more lucrative than coming to school.
We have learners as early as 6-7 years to 18-19 who are all in school. And almost learners in all these age brackets are involved in Galamsey activity.
As known nationwide, children who are interested in Galamsey, children as early as KG and primary school, you go to them and then find out what they want to do in future And a child in KG and primary school child will tell you that he wants to be doing Galamsey. So a child like this will be in the class, and there is nothing that motivates that child to learn, because he thinks that at the end of the day, his work is already cut out for him in the Galamsey side.
Yeah, it's mostly upper primary, that is from class 4 to class 6. That is within 9 to 14, 15 years onwards, yes. They are those who are resorting Galamsey activity. They have various different tasks. They have dig and wash, they have one of they are carrying stones, and then the one they are carrying sand, and then a whole lot.
Why not Galani Bida? When you know, be a Kobida. I'm Musuko. Yes, I can't tell you. We are washing. And we are washing. Washing of the washing, then we are washing.
What's that about? Not what you're about booze and about cooking about what? Pepe. Huh? Pepe. Pepe. Pepe in the item way. No, from now, what the shower was a son of the machine, no other fashion. What did they never form? Pig. Wait a minute, pick up form. Yes, madam. Pig, their pickaxe. Who wait a minute, pick up to form? Yes, madam. I'm going to make a semi. I say, as you just say. I'm not loading my mama. I don't know, so I'm doing so many shooting. Never a father, so come up. Namu yi mobile film. And 2 years mobile torture, and number 2 who go me. And if I said that,
it has affected school attendance. Some learners go to the Galamsey activities late in the night and come early morning, prepare and come to school. They do not concentrate because they are exhausted from the previous day's activities from Galamsey.
Whenever you teach them, in fact, as you are in the classroom teaching them, whatever you say, within 3 to 10 minutes, they will forget. So we continue drilling them on one particular thing so that they will get it. Even within a week, they will forget. So in fact, this Galamsey activity is a whole lot.
Kwala de enye ma wo mo san say school ya de ehia. Ti se kwala de hu she Galamsey no school no yenko.
E ba na man kwala school ko no enye. Nkwala no ko mtin ko school. Ko school o me ko Galamsey. Ena ni to su bi mu so no. Omo so o mo ba school no so no. Omo tin sua de. O flu kwa na o de kula control so be esa se o be sua de da we no okọ.
There are some who also skip school and go to the Galamsey sites to engage in the activities. There are some who do not engage in the activity directly, but go to the site to sell foodstuffs and merchandise of relevance to the main actors of this Galamsey activity.
Krano, omo me school, especially the boys no. Omo be school no ma san dey ejai. Akwa akwotena fie. With the notion say omo pay quick money, omo pay ska entem se na be ya enema omo hia no betimi ayede atoto.
Na sa da wa ma school no ifa na yakoima.
Me ta ko site won so a mitifi. Ebo hide machine dey hwego ni ko. Ebo won so a omo horo. Me yakọ.
In one of my expeditions, I encountered a learner whose age will not cross the age of 10, coming from a Galamsey site. Engaging him, it came to bear that he had been sent by one of the foremen in the Galamsey activity to come and buy cigarettes for him in the community. And so I saw him on his way back to the site. He was covered in mud, and it was a horrific scene. If you have children as early as this age in Galamsey, then obviously safety is something we cannot overlook.
The pits that are left behind have become a nuisance to the community and most importantly my school children, because I can count not less than 3 or 4 deaths of school children as a result of the effects of Galamsey. And the most recent one is right here in Aduama here, which is less than a month ago.
We were having our exams, and after the exams, some of the people reported that 7 of my pupils went to swim in the pits. So it was like, if not by the grace of God and something bad has happened to these people, it will be a disaster.
But Kola de Montis are Colabia Crow site. Alaji, one in any Malaji. Munina Muni. What's a Unianga Sangasa? Tialaji, no one a poor one, only one a poor.
And of course, a call.
No call on the home. Say,
my boy, blood is in the cold, my boy. The blood is as mutual black. None is quite so called. Baby, general go through. Nepal, too. I cry, no. No, it's on by now. Nibbler for a share of corn and buy. No more sacrifice, I join. No, so soon, moon, darling. Cornell, Elijah, I shall see. And so I'm a flap by someone.
It's a multi says I did not to allow you. It's a mistake. A woman who's a still a moco. Who a jay? Oh, wow. Who a jay? Find a jay. One kind of pray.
Did you be said and run it first?
Your crash is in your crowd. There's a part of
Children who are engaged in galamsey are exposed to harmful chemicals like mercury. They use the mercury to sift out the gold ore from the base they wash and get after their galamsey business at the end of the day. A lot of the elderly in the galamsey activity want to make use of children because they have the notion that the children do the washing to get the base better. And the children are also trustworthy. They will not steal their loot or gain from the galamsey activity. So they make use of the children. Apart from this harmful chemical, children are exposed to wide galamsey pits filled with muddy water. It is not in the best interest of their health. Some children who do not even go there to engage in the activity take the pleasure of swimming in the pool. And mind you, this pool contains these harmful chemicals and some other stuff which are not in the best interest of their health.
In the recent meeting we had with heads of departments also brought a very serious revelation. According to the health director, they were having children who were born, somebody with one hand, one leg, no ear, one eye in my community, some of my communities here. A child of KG2, P1, P2, who we believe was born within the 10-year band of serious galamsey will be seated and will be dripping with saliva. So we see signs of imbecility, if there is a word like that, in some of the children in those communities where galamsey is very endemic.
On the tangent of discipline, children who are directly involved in galamsey, I would say, has disciplinary issues. They do not respect school rules and regulations. There are some who have even moral issues, respect towards the elderly, because they think they have money and nobody can control them.
Tama na galamsey ni sele ni hono. Dedi kan pa no. Na mafra okrom ya no mu boade. But galamsey ni bae no, mafra okrom ya emu ade. If say sika akwa benya no, opan ni woni bi. Enti ama adibu pa ade, ebi ni krom ya bi.
Because now the peoples can take care of themselves. Based on that, they don't respect their parents anymore. Even teachers. At times, someone will do something, I'll punish the person will even leave.
We've had serious cases where children attacked teachers on the way. And because these teachers thought that these children were indisciplined and wanted to take it up upon themselves to discipline these children. The children were always laying ambush to attack these teachers, and I had to transfer some of these teachers from that community.
Let me use this dialect. You say akra ho sikan tema ahomasoba omumu. Yes. Based on that, because they are naive and they don't know how to control themselves, and right now they have money, they can work, they can do everything for themselves. It's like most of them, especially the upper primary, we are finding it difficult to control them.
Especially the boys. And we have cases where some of these guys go make money, buy expensive phones, and they come to school with them. And just to brag that they are making money and all that.
Engaging them in conversation, some children told me there are times they even make as high as 500, 700,000 Ghana cedis from the Galamsey. And so if they are earning this much, what will be the motivation to come to school, fight for a brighter future, and at the end of the day, get a good living? To them, the good living has arrived, and it is with them now.
Some of these learners get into it because the home background isn't strong to support them financially. So if a learner feels that he or she is now self-reliant, like is able to get into some activity to make money, that person's controlling such a person is a serious case.
Yes, you come hakram. And you come on mark, I get over school, not 7,000, actually, but 2.
7,000. Oh,
7,000. 70 million. Oh, I come around 15 years. More. But that was Kumha. Now imagine, say, head of a political center.
32 cities. 32 million. Where they have 32 million? Anyway, we are quiet. Why am I 32 million? I'm going to go now. Anyway, to much and I hear.
And pay for and I'm going to a class of not going to teachers. To be 35 now. One day, yeah, you and I. And I will do so when you come and you're more 8 million.
8 million, 35. 2 million, and I'm doing a dear check. Number one, I'm more side.
A good idea, 212.
And I would this kind of man.
My bag, I think,
good man.
What
the top point in a day? About Jinibu. Also, do the 8 million day.
Me.
Many
choices.
What the 8 million choices?
I'm the 4 million choices.
What the 4 million choices?
There are some children who are even forced to become breadwinners of their families because they are earning and their fathers are not even earning as much as they do.
Some teachers say, I push a crank of Koya Galamsey. Me, the man, you can't say,
Oh, I never often no Niska. And doing Niska on Hono. I start crying so quiet. I crave or no tin mammy Nassam. One about this kind of money, mammy. None of mammy so any be at their trade and need. No any being so at their mark rather so their trade and need. Now, when here be built in the video time, and until I air often, and ma a chronicle.
Most of the children or most of the hours are not coming to school because of poor parental care. The parents are unable to take care of their hours. Therefore, they have to take another option of going for the Galamsey in order to be able to survive in almost basic needs of life, what to eat and what to wear. So in fact, this Galamsey activity are not allowing the kids to come to school.
Now then the mama call site.
And I'm so be baby free. See, if you want to say baby, I'm say of fast food, the idea. Who feel crowd of who of fascinating. Who of a better make a choice of papa. Until I was answer. I'm not going to say. ene my mom ko site
okay nti uni obi a obeka so ohwe wa na se de bi otoduane ma odi nti na also ko na
ai se bia mama ha
ni se mama wa ha okay
ebi wa miniska omo munsem kan chem mama se miniska sa na basa be shima bi nsem ko site mko peske chem ko school bo ko akom ko mtimi ko kan na me ahyem ho a nwumre kwa na no pamtim tadwan ko school site no etimi kwa etimi nya ba fitesiri ana fotesiri bi na ba etimi na tadwan ko school na se ko school ko ni answer book ra etimi na tom na aye
ye nyina tense afa adwene se yensi anokwan but ye ka ye ba fie ni so mete ho a bibia ni misim akwan so ko ba otum se nsemu mia o bi de ma me ye bibia kama ndi ne santi no ba ba hu se me no mi no ko ho ye ko ye meeting e kira adwen se yensi anokwan na so bibia se na me ba kro na me ka no hase no akro na the Galamsey no da se dey eko nti e ba sa na influence na affect the whole community nti e ho dey no dey pa.
Most of the parents who also will come and fight with us because it is their children who are supporting the home. So why is it that if a child has not come to school and you punish the child?
They say Kroma, so ko hu obi bakra na wo ko Galamsey na ka bi ko achen ko aka ne maame no kwate no bedi wo no kanya agoro nti mara wo ma mo ayen ayen
ban bonsem no because security and am safety no since Galamsey ba because mu feel safe e Kroma.
I was here when I was called by the police commander that the people in class 4, the parents were there, and the head teacher wasn't even aware that they closed, and when they were trekking to their village, these people attacked them and raped this young girl. And we followed up, trying to get the culprits arrested. We followed up to today. I think when they were bailed, they took off, and up to now, we cannot find these people.
They need them be on course war site or now because enye say and 1% more for the course site.
So I'm encouraging here a duboni because now one didn't know say that man over Quaquayano. When you follow the one, almost a euro, and what you mean, then I hear. And encouraging the chira to see our own watching
5-star and a 40 yes, I get one.
Galamsey and look, I think and crank at one. Comunia 14 is a you 15 musana. And look, I saw Comoko school. The Dachino, our bomb. I'm my answer, and your barber one mona, and connect my barber and one uncle square. Never so be ama, so no way Galamsey the Galamsey so the way a beco.
It will take a greater effort from community, stakeholders, and even the government to fight this Galamsey menace.
I saw him so like a hundred be free aba. No mo say empuna na punu. Na ye ni aye what wa ha say no. Na me say enka na kure. Ye ni aduro bia e betimi dia ya abo Galamsey no ho ba afa ya kwara because akwet se wo hwe Ghana ha say ya. Enu na sisi a most no ade adan business. Ya omo ye. Ye nkwara no so anu mu di ye sa adwuma no. Enti wo si anu kwan a enye yie.
Se bi wo hopa na ye betimi aye na ye dia solve sa problem wa ofo sebi ye ne aye ho chede na because of that yentimi ye can say enya abotre enya twen honhom na ye say ye ma ne ye de quick money ye ma ne nkomra ne ndi se betimi bibi foforo bi ade asi anu kwan na bi se ke betimi abo ma Galamsey no nkra na side ne de ke betimi stop am.
If we can come up with some very type of education that will go to the community, particularly the parents, so that right from the home, the learners get that coaching, that guidance, so that they come to school and it is again upgraded or supported. If that happens, education in particular, educating or mounting intensive educational activity or campaign to alert all stakeholders to set up and play their roles as expected. That is a key support that we need.
Na akwanya fa so a ebechu mafra say say kuro mpanyinfo committee fo me nko am ntimi nka kire obi say me ma nko galamsey ase mpanyinfo ana mpanyinfo no wom no so no bi mu so ye adwuma wo aban mu enti say omomom ababoa ye ne say okoto sa akra bi galamsey ase pam no efi say boko no akra no nko ndim ko bi woni panyin na ye panyin bi ka ho enti say mranda ho say akra ko galamsey ase na say wo panyin na ko e be chiwa ana ye dia ye bo ka panyin be suro say ode akra no ko so ko aska ko benya akra ne be gya mala bro de ko wonya ye no so nti o chena mfa akra ne nko obegya no na akra no timia akọ school
ya mpinifo ammo so ho no omo so ano kan na afi so ayinfofo nso ammo ase nso esum na afi abeso ye ne community members no so a so ye ne dey say ever ready basa ye nso be bua ma ye timi akwatia.
NGOs and other government agencies who have the focal point of child protection should also be engaged so that we can protect our children from this harmful activity or venture. It borders on child abuse, and I think we should speed up in fighting galamsey. The security forces, as they are employed by the government, should also be engaged. And lastly, I think those who are at the higher levels of the galamsey value chain should be tackled. If there are no buyers, if there are no foremen, if there are no chiefs who are lending out land to these galamseyers, the children will have no business going to the galamsey sites because the venture itself will not be profitable anymore.